thank you for everything you gave to us. You kept them
Damn. So YouTube, it's your boy Nelson Perez, and I just want to talk about the Micah Parsons trade. You know, as a Packer fan, yesterday, man, it was I didn't want to believe it, bro. I'm pretty sure it was like that was pretty much for all Packer fans. I genuinely didn't want to believe it. Genuinely didn't want to, cause if you're a Packer fan, you know we're always in like every time somebody's on a good player on the block or it talks about being traded, the Packers are always in the conversation. Like it's always, oh, the Packers have sent a deal out or have interest. That's man, they have interest, but we never get the player. We was even in the conversation with Khalil Mack. They said we was second to the Bears in that trade, and it's always our GM Brian Gutekunst always like he wants to always be in the conversations with stuff, but we never end up actually getting the players. So Mike Parsons first requested a trade, and a week later, well, even like a couple days later, really, um, and they're like the Packers have interest and are have real interest. It was like we're not gonna get him though, because for one, we never get the guy, like I said, and then two, there's no way in hell they're gonna trade him. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely or like he's gonna get paid, right? But then the weeks keep, another week go by. I'm like, okay, and then I told my friends like 3 days ago, I was starting to really believe it, because it like the rumors kept getting bigger and bigger, the story kept getting bigger and bigger. They told me we sent 2 first rounds and a player on Reddit and stuff, and it was like, is she really like it could happen? The next thing you know, yesterday it happens, and like I said, I couldn't even really fathom it yesterday, man. So today I just want to kind of get my thoughts on it, and what I think it does for both teams. I want to start with the Cowboys, because I go all day about the Packers, man. What it does for us, obviously, it shows that we believe we have the team to win now, and they're going all in. But for the Cowboys, it's very confusing, because it's like, what was the point? What's the point of having a $60 million quarterback and a top paid guy in a CD? Trayvon Diggs ain't cheap. What was the point of paying all those guys if you're not gonna pay the best player on your team? Mike Front, the better one, most impactful out of all of them at least, and what, top five defense player in the league. So it's like, this is definitely, and if people kind of keep trying to compare like the Herschel Walker trade, I don't see it as that, because this is very different. Like they had, I ain't gonna say they were a Super Bowl team, but they definitely had like a playoff worthy roster. Would they made the playoffs? Who knows? But they didn't have a roster worthy enough to make it the playoffs and compete, you know. And this just sets them back. And it's like, what's the point? Like I said, what's the point of paying Dak how much they paid him, paid CD, paying Trayvon Diggs, if you're not gonna pay the best guy to all of them, who, especially on a defense that was very bad last year. And it's like, what did that do for the Cowboys? I feel like for the Cowboys and Jerry Jones, it shows that he didn't think they could win now, and he felt they needed to do that in order. I mean, I feel like it was more of a personal thing with him and Michael Parsons. I feel like it was. I don't know really what was going on. I wasn't not a Cowboy fan, so I wasn't really deep into what was going on with them. But it really just seemed like it was a real disconnect from Jerry Jones and Michael Parsons. It wasn't necessarily like a a big move, a good play move. Him just trying to get better, thinking this will be better for the future. I don't think that's what it was. I think it was genuinely just a um personal issue. And like I was watching Chris Long, shout out to Chris Long, his podcast be going crazy. He was like, with these type of trades, there's no real like winner. And I really, it's more of just who lost less. And I really agree with that. Like when the Bears did it, nobody really won. The Bears, you would say, the only one who won was Khalil Mack, because he got paid and he got out of there. But the Bears didn't make no noise after that first year with him, and the Raiders didn't do nothing with that draft capital. So obviously the Packers win the Super Bowl, they win, and obviously that's the goal. That's why they did it, because they felt like they were right there, and that kind of just puts them over the hump, puts them definitely guaranteed in the conversation. It will look contention, and then for the Cowboys, it's like those 2 picks have to hit. Like those 4 first rounds they have now for the next 2 years have to hit for this trade to even make any type of sense. Obviously, it doesn't make any. Obviously, there's no justifying trading a generational player on Michael Parsons. That's just not real, right? So, so for that, it's like those draft picks have the next two drafts for them have to hit right now for that trade to make any type of sense because it's like you still have all these other expensive guys on your team. It's not like they were a rotting team. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like the Cowboys were 1-15 last year like they were when it came to the Herschel Walker trade. Like it's not they were bad. You know what I mean? And I mean they were bad, but they had injuries. So that's you know what I'm saying. I would say this is more like if they traded Emmitt Smith. If y'all watch America's Team on Netflix, I would say because y'all know Emmitt Smith held out, ended up getting being paid because he want to be the highest paid running back in the league, ended up getting the money. I feel it's more if they traded him because it's like you got a lot of pieces in place. Now you just traded one of them, and it's like, what's the point of the rest of them being here? So that's that's kind of what I compare it to. Obviously, they won a Super Bowl the year before, and the Emmitt Smith thing. So that, but obviously, I'm not a Super Bowl team, but like you still have a lot of pieces. Like so, you have a $60 million quarterback, the highest paid player in NFL history on your team still. So it's like it really makes no sense for them to do what they did. But like I said, the only way it would make sense is if they have to hit on all those on their next two draft teams, their next two draft classes. The Cowboys have to hit for this trade to even be remotely close, especially if the Packers do win the Super Bowl. And now let's get to the Packers. For us, man, it definitely puts us up there. As a Packer fan, I already believe that we could do it. That we could go at least to the NFC Championship, and we potentially be a Super Bowl team. Really depends on. For me, it was more of if Jordan Love can show us what he showed us in 23 and then make it, but double it. Well, take it to the next level. And if and Matt LaFleur is better in crunch time, 'cause I feel like when crunch time comes, his play calling kind of gets a little iffy. But and obviously the pass rush was a big problem last year. We were covering for a long time, and um, guys obviously you can't ask the DB to cover for more than 5 seconds. It's what I'm saying. The receiver's going to get open eventually. So this covers a huge problem. Obviously we lost Kenny Clark, and it sucks. He's a big locker room guy, a big fan favorite. We love Kenny Clark, but when it comes to Micah Parsons, man, you gotta do what you gotta do. Um, wish the best of him in Dallas. I think he's from Dallas too, so but definitely wish the best for him. And then yeah, man, for us it just shows we're ready to win now. It shows that our front office believes that we have the team, we have the core to make a push right now to be one of those teams consistent, not just this year, but build a dynasty of really, you know what I'm saying? We got top $55 million quarterback, $47 million defensive end, X in the back, Josh Jacobs. Like we got guys. We just pay Zach Tom. Like we have guys. And like I said, this definitely just puts us in the conversation, in contention. Obviously, we gotta wait and see it in game first for it before we can all be like, oh, Packers going to the Super Bowl. But that's definitely why they. But obviously that's why they made the move because they felt like we're right there. So for Green Bay, the sky's the limit, man. Obviously, like I said, only way they win the trades is they win the Super Bowl. If they don't win the Super Bowl, then it's just like if we just keep making the playoffs every year and losing, it's all for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you did it to win, and I feel like that puts over the top. Everybody keeps talking about our corners, the casuals, but it's like we had top 5, top 10 defense last year with the same corners. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what are we talking about? Our defense is going from good, can go from good to great with this move. And now all it is Jordan Love. Like we've had a great offseason, man. We've had a great for Packer fans, this has been a very unusual offseason. For one, the draft was there. We draft a receiver in the first round, and Matthew Golden has looked amazing all camp. And then we trade for a top guy. Like, man, that's none of that is Packers or Brian Gutekunst. None of that, bro. So I don't know if that's Ed policy, but well, he would. I don't know. He didn't even have much to do with the draft. I don't think, but still, Matthew Golden looks amazing, and that's what we need, a consistent receiver who's gonna show up every game, and we can depend on. Romeo Dobbs is still great. Um, Reed and Wick's been hurt, banged up all camp, so we gonna have to see about them. But I definitely believe in Golden, and utmost trust and love, man. Obviously, he was hurt last year. People keep forgetting that he was hurt last year. It's like because they had a down year. The man had a lingering knee injury, and then later in the season, he had a groin and an elbow injury. He had all kinds of stuff all season. He was never ever healthy after week 1. You know, so a healthy Love. He got surgery on his left thumb, so he could be 100% instead of having it lingering all year. Because he's not trying to injuries like last year all year. So yeah, man, as a Pack fan, I'm excited. I'm excited, very excited, man. Ready for week 1. They said probably seen a post. Micah is gonna play week 1. I don't know how it's gonna look, but I did see a post. I thought he's gonna get like all the snaps. Probably gonna play like a good percentage though, like third downs and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, man. For us, the sky's the limit, you know. And like I said, first we gotta see how it looks. Week 1 probably won't be a good tell because, like I said, he won't be fully acclimated. Probably like week 5 after like a bye week. Then we'll see. But I'm excited, man. And if you're a Packers fan, you should be excited. Like I said, I just really don't know what that means for the Cowboys because it's just like the trade that makes sense off the fact that you have all these other guys who are paid. You know, it's not like Michael Parsons was just on a dying team. He was just the only bright spot on the Cowboys. They have all these other players who got paid. Like I said, Dak Prescott was the highest paid player in history, $60 million a year, $5 million more than any other quarterback that's APY. So it's like those draft picks have to hit immediately for it to make sense because if they don't, then it's just like you just wasted Dax, CD, Trayvon, all their careers, and you wasted your money. You know what I'm saying? You wasted your money. So those picks have to hit. But on the Green Bay side, man, Super Bowl, the sky's the limit. Keep saying it because it really can become a dynasty. You know, we have the people in place. Everybody's paid. You know, I think Josh Jacobs got 2 more years. X got like 2 more years. Love got like 4. Just paid Zach Tom. Gary got I think 2 more. Like we got guys in place, and obviously the cap's gonna keep going up, so we could even extend some of those guys. Golden's a rookie, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, it's got like I'm keep saying, the sky's the limit, bro. So I'm ready, man. I'm ready to watch Packer football, bro. But yeah, so I can't wait to see how it looks. The first really mid-season, where you probably gonna be fully acclimated and knowing the defense, and half gonna get all his stuff for him, you know, because like I said, people keep trying to make it sound like we got bad DBs, bro. First we got X in the back, and Evan Williams is nice. He's a dog. We have a top 5, top 10, definitely safety duo. But it's like we had the same corners last year, and we had top 10 defense. We had Keyshawn Nixon and Carrington Valentine last year, and they were never a big problem, a big issue. You know what I'm saying? They were both good, pretty good, especially Valentine. Valentine had a good year last year, coming off for Jair. So I'm excited, man. Those are my thoughts, man. Like really, it's just you understand why the Packers did it because they feel like they can win now. But it's like for the Cowboys, it's just like, what is everybody else on the team for? You know, it's kind of like it's kind of like saying you don't want to win right now. You don't feel like you win right now. And it's just like, if you don't, then why did you pay everybody else? You know? So that's my thing about it. But only time will tell. If the trade if they win the trade, or if the trade is 2 losers, like how it normally goes, or if the Packers win by winning the Super Bowl, you know, which definitely is in the cards now. Like I said, we just gotta see how they look when they come out. But man, I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. Man, I cannot wait for week 1, chat. I cannot wait for week 1. Let me know what y'all think about it in the comments. Man. Appreciate y'all for watching. We out. God bless. And go Pack go.
The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit.